I want to talk about your opinions on the new music, right?
The new music?
Yes, the music that Focus has uploaded.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
You know, Focus said he'll upload 15 exactly for this update. He did, so props to him. So we're gonna go by upload order on Focus's channel, right? So first
it's a full album.
Yeah, pretty much, and I think that's what the original plan is, to like upload it on Spotify or whatever. But first we're going to go to Into the Void, right? So what do you think of that one? What do you think of that music?
So this one, I mention it a lot, which they don't know, but I mention it, that it sounds very inspired by Barotrauma. It's a new game that has went very viral. It's basically like, I'll just give you a quick overview. Even though I don't play it myself, it's basically like you're on a submarine and you're doing these like underwater quests on a different planet. It sounds very inspired by that. And that was, which one was it?
Into the Void. So like, from my uneducated music brain, it's very atmospheric.
Hey, hold on now. You're basically just reading what I said. I said very atmospheric.
I'm not even reading what you're saying. I just think it's very atmospheric in the sense that it doesn't feel like it should be for Tower Defense Simulator when you have open map. I just think it's for more of a game of hunting around something.
It sounds like something for a tight space, and you are exactly right. That's why I think it's inspired by Barotrauma, but not only that, because of the instruments that it uses, it has a strong use of reverb. And that's very important.
That's fine. You rated it 6 out of 10. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, if Shane says that his music opinions are very harsh because
Focus is not, well, this is on topic. Focus is not, he is good, but he is not the biggest fish in the sea.
Explain further, because metaphors.
So, there are a lot of better music creators than Focus. He's like upper middle range, but there are many more people who are higher than him, who are better.
Okay, fair enough. So you rated it 6 out of 10. Right, so then we move on to the next one, which is called Melancholy
Hill.
Yeah.
I do like this one. Well, I said something about plucked strings. I don't remember what section the plucked strings were. I did say it's fairly basic, which is accurate. It's a very calm atmosphere. It honestly kind of reminds me of the what was the map called that had a unique ambient soundtrack? It was a winter map.
All the winter maps in the old days had the same track. Winter Solitude.
Yeah, Winter Solitude. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
I mean, it just kind of feels like something that I could just sit down and like stare at the stars.
Yes, and because of that, I would actually change my vote to 4.5 out of 10 because it is so basic.
Okay.
And it's the same Barotrauma aura. And again, I hate to say this, I don't play Barotrauma myself. I've just heard a lot of the music.
Moving on to this one, I think could be one of my favorites. It's Revelation.
Okay, so the main instrument used in this song is called Ice Rain.
Yeah.
It's with sound canvases and sound libraries, there's usually an Ice Rain instrument.
Yeah.
It's very creative. And it has the strings and the warm pads like the last two, but it's a little more it's warmer, even though it uses Ice Rain, which actually isn't even relevant, but I find it funny.
Yeah, so I think this
I actually think this one is a little more TDS like.
I agree. I think it's more TDS-like, but I also think that this is one of my favorites because it kind of sounds like Minecraft Caves. It's
you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
Sounds a bit like Minecraft Caves. Also, something that could be on my Spotify playlist because I have Aria Math and Mob City from Minecraft C4 108 on my Spotify playlist, and this just seems like something that can fit right in. But yeah, so that's you. What would you rate it? Because you're changing your ratings now, so and you're just gonna have to explain what.
Yeah, 5.5. I can't go 6 yet because I don't know. When I rated those, I was actually just a little. I had just woken up not too long ago.
It's fine.
I overrated most of these songs, so I give it a 5.5. It's actually not bad.
Okay, so, but in my opinion, it's the best. It is the better ones, and in my opinion, I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. But that's because I am music illiterate. By the way, can I call you?
No, it is not. It is not. It is not that good.
Can I call you a professional music producer or professional musician?
I am a intermediate music producer.
No. Professional or amateur? Are you an amateur or are you professional? Or should I just call you?
Okay.
Can I just call you a pro musician?
Okay, pro musician.
Right. Next we have Rain Dance.
Very ironic.
When I said that the other one was like Minecraft, this was definitely like Minecraft. This is 100% like Minecraft.
Yes, and I love piano triplets. They are so creative. later in the song, they had it was either Focus or the other guy. I don't know how to say his name. They put the piano triplets, very good. And as I said, the steel acoustic guitars, very nice. This one is also Barotrauma-like, and it has vague callbacks to the lobby theme. Oh yeah, it also has an oboe. That's right.
What's an oboe?
I did like the.
It's a music instrument,
oboe.
right?
Yes, it's a woodwind.
That's an oboe. Huh. Okay. Right. So, what would you rate that out of 10?
I'd give it the same 5.5. That's actually higher than what I initially rated it.
Okay. Next, we have the Horde. What do you think about this one?
Okay. Right off the bat, I love the lead. Like about a minute or two into the song, it brings this awesome synth guitar lead, and I love it so much. And I said it sounds experimental and solar eclipse-like. Very, very good. I hope he makes more like this. It's very good.
I'm not quite sure how to feel about it. I don't know.
It has a lot of character.
I don't know. Like I said, I think I have a preference for some things. Yeah, whatever. What would you rate it?
I 6.
6? Okay. Next we move on to Shell Shock.
Doom. I love it so much.
This one's like the most energetic out of all of them, I think. I swear to God, this is like the most memorable one of all of them. I say like I like the other one better, but this one's the most memorable.
Not to me. I have different opinions.
Okay, right, yeah, what are you saying?
The main instrument here is orchestral hits, and it's the original Ducky Doom theme. It uses orchestral hits, and they're actually one of my favorite instruments. They're so good. As I said, they're the star of this song. It's it's inspired by duck hunting.
Because I like duck hunting so much as well, I kind of hear it, and I also kind of like it.
Very good, very good.
I think this is like the second. This is like the second favorite for me. But you know, what do you think of it? Like, what's your rating? Sorry, what's your rating out of 10?
5.5. It's good in a different way than the others, which is why I'm only giving a 5.5. But it's still not very impressive.
Okay, next we have NeuroRays.
Oh, this is the one that has the aim and brakes.
Right, so this is like music which I don't really consider Tower Defense Simulator. I just consider more mainstream.
This is speedrun 4 music all the way.
Is it speedrun? Is that why it's called Neuro? I don't understand like why NeuroRays. Like
it sounds so much like speedrun 4. I swear Focus was inspired by it. It's so flavorful. It has aim and brakes, which I've never heard Focus use before. And it has the sitar. I don't really like the sitar. I don't know.
You're just saying random stuff to me. Someone's going to understand you. I don't understand you, but whatever. Okay. Anything else to say?
The name implies NeuroRays and not. It's NeuroRace, not rays, and that's why that's the thing that immediately made me think of Speedrun 4.
Okay. So what's your rating out of 10 for that?
It is very cool, but I'm gonna give it a 5.
Right. Next we have Art of War.
We're about to get to my favorite one, not Art of War, but number 9.
Okay.
I love it so much.
Okay.
It's my second favorite of this album.
Isn't Art of War like a book made by someone that everyone keeps referencing, but I just keep forgetting what the meme is? Yeah, it's a book by Sun Tzu. It's a book basically.
No, the Art of War is an ancient Chinese military treatise dating from late spring and on.
Stop reading Wikipedia. No. Stop reading. No, stop reading Wikipedia. Right. Music.
5 laws of the Art of War.
Shut the fuck up. Listen to music. Right. So this music reminds me a bit of I don't want to say the game, but the original reminds me a bit of like there's an original the old game that Below Natural used to play and work on. There was a theme during one of the Halloween events that seemed very similar to this one, and I don't know if Tower Defense Simulator has used it. I think they have, but I don't remember. I just need to verify very quickly if they have or not.
Aim and brakes, that's all I have to say.
Is that it? There's not much else to say about it?
Yes, and oh yeah, it has guitars later on. I remember what they sounded like. Very average, because aim and brakes are I'm gonna get some controversy for saying this, but aim and brakes are a cheap way to make stuff cool.
I don't know what aim and brakes are, so you can either explain it or you just can...
It's the drums. The drums.
The drums?
Yes.
I mean, I get it, but I kind of like the drums, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to disagree with you here. But what do you rate out of 10?
I think it's a pretty similar. Honestly, I gotta give it a 5 again.
Okay. Next one is this one. You say is your favorite?
This one is. It's not my favorite, but this one is awesome.
Okay. What do you think of it?
This one is so awesome. Focus always has one that is always so great, and this is the one. The saw leads and the saw bases are so good. I love it so much. It's like Neurarays, but 3 times better. Oh yeah, the beat drop was at 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's an awesome callback. It uses the same guitar hit that Jacobot and Lord Sinister uses.
Okay, and you're rating out of 10 for it?
I'd give that a 7.
Okay. By the way, I just remembered Ludwig. Do you know Ludwig?
I've heard a lot of him, but honestly, I don't know who he is.
He rated one of Focus's tracks before, and it was the Nuclear Fallout.
Yes. I know. I heard of it. That's who I was thinking of.
So, I mean, well, that's going to be its own video in like probably the future if I remember. But the fact that Ludwig rated, I need to make a video of like mainstream YouTubers who've rated something related to TDS. But anyway, moving on. Next we have Catharsis.
Now this sounds so much like Doom. You know the video game.
Yeah, Doom? I know what Doom is. I know what Doom is.
It's so much like it. The melody saws that they're very cool.
Okay.
It sounds urgent.
I have to say, I prefer melancholy music. I cannot lie.
We all have our opinions, and yours is the most creative.
Is it the most creative? It's just melancholy music. It's just whatever. Whatever. That's my music opinion. I don't really care. It's just what I like. I don't really care about what other people think of it. It's like, it's opinionated. Music is opinionated. But what do you think of it?
Honestly, it's quite good, but I don't really have much else to say.
Okay, so out of 10, it's
I give it a 6.
Okay, next we have Desolate Dystopian.
I think this was thrash metal.
Right, so from this is like the least sounding TDS soundtrack. I cannot lie. It sounds like something.
It's thrash metal. Thrash metal all the way.
It's just something that doesn't belong here.
It used power drums and chugged guitars. It's very not TDS, but it's cool.
Basically, what I'm saying is, it would sound very not much out of place in like a black metal band, basically.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I can imagine like a drunk out Swede playing this in their back garden.
A what now?
A drunk out Swede.
I have no idea what that means.
A person who's drunk from Sweden. A drunk man from Sweden. I can imagine a drunk man from Sweden playing this in their backyard while it's snowing in minus 20 degrees.
I would actually put it on American goth punks. But normally that would be death metal, not thrash metal. But thrash metal is there too.
What's your rating out of 10 for this?
It's actually, I gotta be honest, it's not super creative, even though it is cool.
Out of 10?
I don't like it when guitars take up most of the head space in a song.
Okay.
It's the balance between other instruments, including the guitars. Guitar should be leading along. Similar to drums, guitar should be leading along the melody and shouldn't be the melody unless it's focused on a specific moment or a specific context. So that's why I'm going to give it a 4.5. By the way, I want to ask you, what headphones do you use?
DT 770 Pro limited edition 80 ohms. It's the same one that I think Marcus Brownlee uses for like studio recordings. I'm not sure. Moving on, next we have a Portal to Hell.
The lead is cool, but Portal to Hell is not an appropriate name. It's cool, but it only pulls a few gimmicks with the melody, and there's not much else to say aside from the melody. It's not hellish at all.
Okay. You're rating out of 10 for that one?
I'd give it a 4.
Next we have Duality.
I have the same problem with Desolate Dystopia with the guitars. I honestly, out of all the ones, I actually don't like this one the most.
Okay, so what's your rating out of 10 for this one then?
4.
Wasn't Portal to Hell also a 4? You said that was also a 4 though.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is like a 3.95?
Yeah.
I wonder how people at home think about that. But then we have the Hidden Wave. First we've got Eye of the Swarm. This is like the intro thing that plays on wave 41.
Yeah.
I've only activated the Hidden Wave twice. Actually, I've showed both times when I've activated it. Once on Stain Temple and then once on Fungi Island. But after I triumphed it, I've never actually activated it again. I've actually never heard this in game. What do you think of it?
This one is short, but I think it's very appropriate. I'd give it a 4.5 because it is very basic, but the uniqueness is what prevents it from being lower.
Right.
It's basic, but it's the embodiment of you shouldn't be here.
And then we got the final one, right? The final one Actually, you've rated the highest out of all of the 15 releases. Like, you have one for like the survival ambiences, but this one is your favorite out of all the releases.
Yes, this is my favorite.
And I can't lie, I kind of agree, like slightly, in that the sense that I do prefer two, maybe like one or two, maybe of the others, but this one kind of cool. I mean, you already know what it sounds like. What do you think of it?
Okay, it is so awesome. I know what Focus is trying to do, and he nailed it so hard. The beginning has the Hidden Wave intro reprise. It actually has some aiming breaks, and wait, I don't know if I can say this, but because something that you told me actually makes a lot of sense here, because it takes inspiration from Raise the Board. You said it was like Falling King and Void Reaver.
What about that?
It takes inspiration from Raise the Board, which is very appropriate, and it sounds so good. And I actually know the exact instrument used with the bells. It's the TH font tubular bells.
Okay.
And it's similar to what was used in Hardcore Boss, which is DM Del Curlo, Scourge of the Universe, and Universal Collapse.
Ah, right. And, I'm not entirely sure if we can talk about that. Maybe we can, in, like, as part of the video of why that cannot see the light of day, and then why there's some controversy over the multi-boss theme. We can probably combine that in its own video, because I think that's kind of resolved, because it's complicated basically with that.
The leitmotif of Nuclear Fallen King / Nuclear Monster, which I refuse to call it Nuclear Monster's theme. It's Nuclear Fallen King's leitmotif, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
Okay.
He should have never been replaced by Nuclear Monster. Giant robot. It uses the same pianos from the Hidden Wave intro, but in a unique way. I don't know if it's an actual VST or it's a sample, but I really like it.
It's also like motifs that you can hear through it are like the second track in the hardcore lobby, the great finale ambience, the original Lose theme, the Void Reaver's current theme, and like the plushy DJ Boost theme as well.
I was just about to get to that. I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to make it similar to the OG Hidden Wave theme, and I can see that, but I think of it more like the plushy DJ Boost stuff.
To be honest, right, I didn't even realise the original Hidden Wave had an intro until I looked back on it and then found the like sound files for it.
No, I told you about that.
Were you the person who told me about the original intro? Because I don't remember. I don't know if they were composed by Focus. Because like, of course you were. You like do the music stuff for me. So like, you find the music stuff for me. So like maybe I can report on it on the wiki. But I didn't realise that the Hidden Wave had an intro. Also, I don't think many people from like the original people who played like the original Hidden Wave realised that it had an intro, because it broke after the Overhaul update. It just broke and we never heard it, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's such a shame though. I actually really did Focus make it? He like original samples and stuff. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, but he also has like.
Inaudible.
But he also has the original samples, like the Molten Boss theme from back in the day, and
no. He only used the melody. He doesn't have the exact instruments used.
I mean, again, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was about the Golden Boss theme. Speaking of which, what is the progress on that? Like, what is Focus saying about it?
Well, I think I already told you. I think I already made a video on it. We can't upload it. It exists. I can acknowledge it exists, but we can't like make its own separate OST.
Ah, that's a shame. You should ask Focus about it.
No. Legally, I don't think we can, because it's not released, and that's technically company secret. So I don't think. I mean, we can acknowledge it exists, and I can play it in like the background of the video that I acknowledge. There's a Golden Boss theme.
Put like 5 seconds of it.
No.
Like no. In the video.
No. No. But for the final thing that we talk about of Equinox, what is your rating of it out of 10?
Well, again, I keep coming back to this point, but Focus is not the biggest fish in the sea, but I think boss themes and just this general sort of thing, that's his lane. That's where he dominates the most.
And out of 10, the music is.
If I'm trying to be fair, I have to give it a 7.5.
A 7.5 out of 10, right? So, Enthrallist, yes. So, yes. So to credit people, it's Focus and Enthrallist who made the. They didn't make. I don't know who made what. They
composed together.
Yeah. So they composed together to like make the music for this, because it's 15 tracks.
No, not this one. Not Equinox.
Not Equinox.
Only Focus.
Okay, but like for the other tracks, I mean, again, I don't know where to say who made what, but. Both of them, they made the tracks for this.
In the video description, it says either made by Focus or made by Focus and Props.
Oh, okay, I see. So fair enough. That's the ratings for the tracks, the 15 new tracks on Tower Defense Simulator. I guess a music producer or like a musician. I guess I've called you. I'm probably going to call you a professional musician in the title of the video. You probably won't call yourself that, but people might think your ratings are harsh. Are very harsh.
No. Hold on. I'm going to ramble about this for like a solid minute. People overrate stuff too much because of their initial emotional response, and it angers me so much. And yes, I do it sometimes myself too. But in fact, that's exactly what I did when I rated all these. I always keep it in mind to not overrate stuff because things can always get better.
So you're saying Focus should get better?
Well, you never stop improving as a musician. That's a fact. People rate like mid-tier songs as high, but I'm telling you that you have to reserve yourself, because after 10, where do you go? That's
what a musician thinks of it. If you disagree with him, leave it in the comments, because I assume he's going to read every opinion and he might respond. He probably responds to everyone's comments about the music. Anything else to say to the people before they trash on you completely?
Well, how many minutes have you spent music producing? I rest my case.